In regards to the game that we're going to play against Miami, we're trying to make sure that the players are recovering, talking individually with each of them to make sure that we know how each player is feeling, and then assessing and making our decisions in how we're going to confront this game. Today, first date of training. Tomorrow, we'll finalize the 11 players that will be playing. And the guys are ready. They're bouncing back a lot quicker than before. And the guys are excited to continue to play at home. So an important match for us as well.
Thank you for that. We'll go straight into questions.
Apologies, we're having some technical difficulties here.
All right, we'll go first with Sam. Sam, go ahead.
Hello, Gio. Thank you for taking the time today. Have to start off by asking, what can you share about Sebastián Blanco's status and availability for Sunday?
Yes, as we saw last game, Seba had to come out of the match in the second half, at the beginning of the second half. But the important thing that it was nothing concerning. As I spoke after the game, I mean, the doctors evaluated him. He's still question mark to see if he can play this weekend or not. We will assess tomorrow a little bit better if he can be part of this game coming up against Miami. So tomorrow is an important day, but at least we know that it's nothing concerning, that definitely he will bounce back right away.
And just as a quick follow-up, since he is kind of questionable and since Diego Valeri will be serving a suspension on Sunday due to yellow card accumulation, what is your plan for adjusting the team, specifically in the attacking midfield, should neither of those players be ready to go?
That's what we will decide later today after we spoke to all the players, prepare for tomorrow's practice, and then make our decisions to make sure that we have, again, another competitive team to play against Miami. So, of course, Valeri and Seba are very important for us, but everybody's ready to step on the field and perform.
Thank you, Sam. We'll go next to John.
Thanks. Gio, gracias por el tiempo. Dos rápidas con Seba. ¿No sería de plano preferible no arriesgar y esperar, por ejemplo, la ventana que le da tiempo a él para estar más tranquilo? Y la otra, obviamente siempre se dice que se se puede trabajar mejor cuando se gana. ¿En qué se puede mejorar? ¿En qué puede mejorar en este momento Timbers a pesar de la buena racha?
Sí, John, buena pregunta y primero que todo, todo depende de Seba, porque mañana ya veremos cómo se siente. Tú sabes que quiere competir siempre, él quiere participar y seguir jugando y vamos a ver mañana cómo se siente y ahí tomaremos nuestra decisión si es mejor esperar, ya que tenemos, como bien dices tú, bastantes días para que se recupere y seguramente va a ser parte de ese próximo partido que vamos a tener. Así que por ahora tenemos que hablar con él. Y yo creo que, por supuesto, que se mejora con más tranquilidad cuando se ganan los partidos. Yo siempre soy una persona que pienso que nunca se llega a un tope, siempre hay algo que se puede mejorar en todas las zonas, en la tenencia de pelota, en ser más peligroso arriba, en defender en ciertos momentos mejor, a pesar de que yo creo que el partido contra el AFC fue bastante completo en todo lo que hicieron los muchachos. Los que entraron de la banca participaron muy bien y nos ayudaron. Pero sí creo que siempre se puede hacer algo más, se puede mejorar, se puede ser siempre más contundente. Entonces seguimos trabajando en esas áreas que creemos que tenemos que mejorar individualmente y colectivamente. Y a la final lo importante es que sigamos creciendo.
Thank you, John. We'll go next to Will. Will, go ahead.
Gio, obviously we've seen a lot of the Western Conference this year. But Eastern Conference teams a bit more of a rarity. Just wondering what it feels like to be preparing for someone that you haven't already played a couple times this year, and you know what differences, if any, there are in your preparation for a game like this.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit different because we, as you mentioned, we haven't had the chance to play too many matches against teams from the East from last year and this year. So definitely it's an interesting match. I watch a lot of games, so I've been watching Miami even before we were planning to doing scouting about them. We know that away from home, they're stronger, they're more organized. If you look at the roster, specifically Miami, they have experienced players that can definitely, create problems. And even though they haven't gotten some good results, in MLS, every game is very tough, difficult, and we need to be prepared because this game will be tough as well. So the guys are going through the process to make sure that they're prepared. Tomorrow we'll have video and finalize all the details, and we need to be ready because this game also, every game that we're playing to the end right now is very important for us.
Great, thank you. We'll go next to Charles.
Hi, Gio. Thanks for your time today, and I'm sorry to ask you yet another Seba question. But I want to. It seems like he's such an influential player for you, not only his quality but his attitude, his spirit. So I was wondering how impactful that has been for the group, and also how you have to shift things if you don't have him available.
Definitely. I mean, I think everybody have seen what Seba is able to give, and I think he has another even layer because he's an extremely competitive player. Now, when you see him on the field, you got to give credit to our guys that we have played many matches without two important DPs. And Seba continues to show what he contributes to the Timbers in his leadership, in his quality on the ball, in his goals, he has his assists, and the energy that he brings into the game. So he's been very important for us. But I think also the fact that we have had the chance to be able to have healthier players, a healthier roster, has been able to allow us to work better and be able to have a more united team. So we just have to make sure that we continue to take one game at a time and continue to become better.
Thank you. We'll go back to Will.
Joe, I was hoping you could talk a little bit about the progress that Jarek has been making, and what you've seen from him, both on the field and the limited minutes he's gotten so far, but also in training as he's been coming along.
He's little by little getting stronger, getting better, getting hungrier to want to play. It's not easy, to when you don't have another team in which maybe they can go and play and get more minutes, and then come back and be able to be fit 100%. And we have to use these matches for him to be able to get minutes and get stronger. But at the same token, we need to win games. When he was available at the beginning, he wasn't completely available mentally, and then it took a little bit of time. Then he became ready and hungrier to play, and he started getting some minutes. And now we have to start finding ways to make sure that he's fit and that he can get in more in the games. But we're in the process. We're working with him. He's looking stronger. We've seen now, first of all, the goal that he scored in the previous match that we played against RSL, important for him to have scored for his confidence. And then right after, being able to now, come into games and giving a little bit more. So now, hopefully we can use these matches coming up to give him more minutes, because it's going to be very important for us. He is already very important for us. And as a manager, it's not always easy to balance, some of the situations.
We'll go back to John Rojas.
Thanks. Gio, con Dairon, ¿qué has visto que ha cambiado esta temporada? Que obviamente es cada vez más y más influyente en el equipo, pero además afuera también el detalle, por ejemplo, de tener a Santi con él, de ser importante en ese otro tipo de cosas también, ¿no?
Mira, la verdad que Dairon hay que darle mucho crédito por la temporada que está teniendo, su madurez, su determinación para poder dar todo para el equipo, su carisma, su corazón hacia el grupo, su entrega para querer hacer las cosas bien de una manera para los demás, no para él. Ha sido fenomenal lo que hemos visto este año. Dios mediante, esperemos de que siga creciendo, que siga mejorando, que siga aportando, porque la verdad que hemos visto un muy buen Dairon Asprilla esta temporada. Le falta todavía varios partidos y esperamos que siga creciendo y siga dándonos tantas cosas buenas como nos las ha dado dentro de la cancha y fuera de la cancha. Así que bueno, muestra una vez más que un jugador en su madurez puede crecer y ser inclusive un mejor jugador.